Former President Trump surrenders tonight. Details from outside the Atlanta jail.
And we remain under the excessive heat warning until tomorrow night. We have one more day of the heat, then this pattern breaks. We're tracking that break coming up.
Plus, how a new $150,000 grant could help veterans in need. This is KOMU 8 News at 10.
Coverage you can count on. KOMU 8 News starts now.
Former President Donald Trump has surrendered to authorities at the Fulton County Jail in Atlanta. This is the motorcade taking the former president to that jail. He went through the motions of any other person booked into jail. That includes a mugshot. Good evening, I'm Emily Spain.
And I'm Evie Allen. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Now, this comes after he was indicted for the fourth time in just the past few months. The former president now faces more than a dozen charges, accused of trying to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia. Tonight, Jay Gray reports from just outside the facility with a closer look.
Former President Trump's motorcade rushing past a crowd gathered outside and through the gates of the Fulton County Jail.
This is the best circus in town. Why not be here?
Mr. Trump faces more than a dozen felony charges, including racketeering and conspiracy, for his alleged efforts to overturn results in the 2020 presidential election in Georgia.
I really believe this is a very sad day for America. This should never happen.
Mr. Trump denying all the allegations, claiming this and 3 other indictments in separate cases are all politically motivated.
What has taken place here is a travesty of justice. We did nothing wrong. I did nothing wrong.
An opinion echoed by dozens of supporters gathered here.
Yes, he's being persecuted. How many? They tried to impeach him twice. Now they tried to indict him 4 times. You know, they're trying to eliminate him from the ballot box.
While a handful outside the jail see the charges a bit differently.
He's a rat, and he's a rat, and I know a rat when I see one.
Trump isn't the only person surrendering themselves in this case. All 19 defendants in the election interference probe are expected to turn themselves into Georgia authorities today. One of those included former Trump advisor Rudy Giuliani. The former New York mayor maintained his innocence and called the allegations, quote, totally false. Here's what's happening right now. Trump is back on Twitter. The former president was famously banned from the platform 2 years ago. Twitter claimed Trump was, quote, glorifying violence after the January 6th insurrection. Elon Musk reversed that ban once he took over the company, now called X. In Trump's newest post, he shared a picture of his mugshot with the caption, quote, never surrender. Matt.
Heat continues to be the big story here in mid-Missouri, but relief is coming in the form of this cold front currently across Iowa, Nebraska, stationary. It's going to move our way later this weekend. In fact, if we look up across northern parts of the country, we can see some of that relief. 73 in Rapid City. Meanwhile, we're holding in the middle 80s right now. 85 Columbia, 86 in Jefferson City, 81 in Montgomery City. We still have heat index values in the 90s right now, and we're going to look at more of that for tomorrow. 81 tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Already feeling like the middle to upper 80s. Still that gut punch of thick humidity as you head out the door. A heat index between 105 and 110 for the middle of our day and early afternoon. Then by 8 p.m., still feeling like the triple digits. That's when many of those high school delayed football games get kicking off. We're going to talk about the rain chances and the cooler air coming up.
Okay, thanks, Matt. New construction could be coming to Columbia. The Columbia Regional Planning Board held a public hearing today. The board discussed hundreds of millions of dollars of new infrastructure projects. KOMU 8's Hunter Walterman spoke with city leaders about their potential impact. Hunter.
Yeah, Emily, the Columbia Area Transportation Organization maps out the future of infrastructure in mid-Missouri. They help plan everything from sidewalks to Interstate 70. Today, the organization's coordinating committee reviewed 7 new proposed projects. Each were added to a 4-year planning document. One proposal is repaving a portion of I-70. MoDOT wants to repave I-70 between Route 54 and almost a mile west of Route Z. It includes building a new sidewalk on St. Charles Road between Clark Lane and Demerit Drive. Community leaders like former Councilwoman Pat Fowler wants the city to build more sidewalks in North Columbia. If the sidewalk gets built, it would be right near Battle High School. Mayor Barbara Buffalo says sidewalks in the area could make it much safer for kids to get to school.
We want to make sure that kids can get safe to school, and so any sidewalk we see in that area is definitely going to be a necessity, and it's something that I'm passionate about.
Now, the mayor emphasized these projects are just starting to get planned. She says engineers need to design the plans and projects in the city need to get approved by the city council. Now that these projects are on the planning document, they are eligible for federal funds. That will go a long way to making these projects reality. In the studio, Hunter Walterman, KOMU 8 News.
All right, thank you, Hunter. Well, 3 people are in custody after a police chase in Howard County this afternoon. The chase ended when police had to use tire spikes on the highway. Now, according to Howard County Sheriff Jeff Oswald, a car with 3 people drove away from a traffic stop in Fayette around noon. 20 minutes later, police disabled the vehicle on westbound Route Z south of Boonesboro. Sheriff Oswald says 2 of the people are wanted on charges in Morgan County, and all 3 people will be charged with resisting arrest in Howard County. Missouri State Highway Patrol, Cooper County Sheriff's Office, and other agencies helped in that matter. A Kingdom City man was rearrested after he was found with stolen property. Brendan Stith is accused of stealing a Ford tractor and trailer after a local farmer reported the equipment missing. Police arrested Stith for second-degree burglary and first-degree property damage, among other charges. Now, he's accused of stealing $25,000 worth of equipment. This isn't the first run-in with the law that he's had. Stith was previously out on bond from a previous investigation in May.
Well, the Department of Justice is investigating claims of discrimination within the Kansas City Fire Department. According to NBC affiliate KSHB, investigators are looking into the work environment of Black firefighters. The issues are the department's hiring, promotional, and assignment process. It comes at a time where a KCFD firefighter is suing the department, claiming employment discrimination and retaliation. A city spokesperson says the city is cooperating fully with that investigation. Well, property owners in Audrain County are paying more to improve ambulance service, but a fire this week created a setback. Here's video of that fire from Tuesday afternoon. Back in April, Audrain County passed a property tax that gave the district 15 cents for every $100 of assessed value to go toward ambulance maintenance. Some of those ambulances were reaching 200,000 miles and ready to be taken out of service. The ambulance that caught fire was one of those needing to be replaced.
Talking to manufacturers right now, because we have had a truck that was destroyed by fire, they are working with us, and we are hopefully will be having a new truck here a lot sooner.
The cause of that fire is still unknown, and the district doesn't know how much the damages will be covered by insurance.
The Veterans Clinic at the University of Missouri's School of Law has received a grant from the VA. $150,000 will go to start a new program that expands the aid veterans at the clinic can receive. KMU 8's Michelle Renee Quinn went to the clinic today. So Michelle Renee, what can you tell us about the grant?
Well, it will help find veterans who are struggling with homelessness and provide them with legal assistance in order to be eligible for VA health care. I spoke with a veteran who's benefited from the clinic's resources, and he says the students working with the clinic truly make a difference.
It's a game of stamina.
Philip Bacon is a veteran who went through 4 different VA claims before working with the MU School of Law.
Without the clinic, I probably would have stopped this process at my 3rd attempt.
The difference this time?
The law students here, I mean, top notch. Top notch.
Yeah. And the vets aren't the only ones benefiting here.
We have students who take these cases on and they're fully invested in it in the sense of they're trying to understand the case, they're digging into all the evidence, and they're trying to produce the best product for the veteran that they possibly can.
The director of the clinic says students gain more than legal experience when it comes to working with veterans.
Able to provide the hand to pull them out of that and get them in a situation where they are getting what they deserve and what they earned because of their military service.
With the Veterans Clinic here, they're actually prepared to help you and ready to run through the entire process with you to any degree.
The new grant gives the clinic an even wider range to help vets, now with housing.
It's nice having the resources because it just ensures that it's going to get done and get done properly. Just having that is a huge weight off any veteran's shoulders for sure.
With the help of this grant, now the law students are also able to aid in representing those they consider heroes. For those interested in supporting MU School of Law Veterans Clinic, you can find a donation link on KOMU.com. In the studio, Michelle Renee Quinn, KOMU 8 News.
All right, thank you, Michelle Renee. Stevens College hit a big milestone today. Coming up, how the Women's College celebrated.
Plus, in this dangerous heat, it's easy for temperatures to take their toll. How one bus driver is pushing for change to protect her health.
97, the high temperature for today. A little bit warmer weather on the way for tomorrow. A little less humid, though. Much cooler by the end of the weekend. Got your forecast coming up.